It's time for Geocache Talk. Whether you are at work, in the car, or wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this show about the great sport of geocaching. If you're watching live on YouTube, you can be part of the adventure tonight in the chat room and participate with others as they watch the show. If you are listening later, please give it a like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app so that you can get all of the weekly Geocache Talk goodness. If you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. To sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today. Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and the hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special pack tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Big thanks to Baker Six Clan for the opening, and our featured patrons: Mom, Dad, 2 boys, Sue's mom, Dog Mom of 2. I see a trend there in the 3 of those. Trexer Zero, TX History Lady, Zipper Tiff, TWH Rider, Arnott Family, S. Seiler, Coon Bud, and we don't have any new patrons, so roll the opening again. No, okay. If you ever become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels started. Okay, never mind. All right. Let's welcome in. Well, Jesse, come on in. All right, there's the whole gang. There we go. There's everybody. So we're going to get started, and we're going to start with question mark. Let's start with some news.
News? Why news?
Because it was the next item down on my list.
Yeah, but it's blank on my list. You got anything? Oh.
What?
I see it.
Do.
Okay, got it.
Up. Yeah, we don't have a lot to get to as far as news. I mean, we've got things we could talk about, but pretty much the whole show's going to be news because we got lots of cool news, lots of breaking news we'll do then. But the news for tonight is that I got a note from Joshua Johnson, geocaching vlogger. He had a second coin that got ghosted. So why would you vote? Why would you commit to buying something on eBay and then getting ghosted? I mean, and not paying for it. But that's just me. Right?
So one of the 2 sold, but the other one never sold. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Never sold. So what Joshua asked me the other day is like, well, what do you think? I go, well, I mean, are you open to just throwing it back out there? Maybe we can make a few bucks off of it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll throw it back out there. And so
it sold today.
Sold today. So he sold the second coin for oh man, we get some feedback bad. $253.55. So good news. So
that's great news.
That brought us to a total, and I'm going to put the podcast hub update in a quick banner for everybody to see, but we'll also talk about it since we've got lots of audio listeners. Thank you, audio listeners, for being there, as always. $12,304.99.
Somebody give a penny.
That's awesome.
No, don't mess it. Don't mess up.
How much is it going to cost me to give a penny? Doesn't it charge you?
Yeah, it probably costs more to give a penny.
Charge about $5 to send a penny in. No.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But that beats what we were shooting for, so that's great.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys. You guys did a great job.
So what is the total?
Yeah, that's
all
awesome.
that we've put in sent to St. Jude in the last 6 years.
I will get you that total here in a moment. I'll get you that total here in a minute. So anyway, there's a little bit of an update this week, but we've got a lot to cover tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. We've got lots in the works. A lot of things haven't. There's a lot on the schedule to get in the works for this event. We've learned a lot. I mean, Jesse and I have been involved in events. So we kind of, but never. I don't know. Jesse, you're pretty involved in the.
Yeah, but not to this level.
Okay, for the Colorado.
As a matter of fact, I swore after being involved in that one, I would never be involved in another one.
Right.
And then I kept going and kept volunteering to do things and kept being connected to them. And then finally, you bullied and blackmailed me into doing this.
Cajoled
and
you to
now we're
this.
doing it. So
I thought it was the only way you could keep from eating donuts.
It's
Yeah.
not that hard, Jesse. It's not that hard.
yeah.
Now, that's coming from somebody who has vowed a few times. D has vowed a few times. I am out. I am done. That's it.
I'm pretty
No
sure
more.
I've heard D say that several times.
Yeah. It's kind of like the boy that cried wolf. Nobody believes me now.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So I guess let's start with. We'll get to some bean spillage later, but we'll kind of go around and we'll do some updates of some of the various things that we kind of already have mostly concrete information on, and then we'll kind of work our way toward other items that are not quite
Something's got to be held as a secret. So
much in the works. Yeah, there's a lot.
There is. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's some things that are so secret that we're still working on them.
some things so secret we don't even know about him yet.
That's right.
Right.
It does suck to be my friend sometimes. It sucks to be Dee's friend. I saw a note
And
from
Ryan.
And Ryan. Yeah.
I'm gonna make those shirts this year. Just flat out, considering all of everything that's happening next year, I'm gonna make those T-shirts.
Yeah. Those are good shirts. Right. That's a pre-event coin, Tony.
Coin.
I did send you pre-event coins.
Not an event
Which we're going
coin
to
yet.
talk about. Yeah.
Yep, Ryan's
Oh,
showing
there's-
it right there.
Ryan's got one right there.
Yep.
Ooh, I like that one. This is the black one. Consider black.
And there's the blue one.
I got the red one.
All right. And Gary's got the red one. My red one's downstairs on my nightstand.
They're cool, and they're a good size. I mean, as far as coins go, they're.
What do we say that is? Is it?
Doesn't really count, does it?
I have my calipers right here, so let me.
I was gonna say that doesn't count, Gary, because that one's bigger than a path tag. So
Treasure coin's huge, and that thing's is wider than the treasure coin. So
All right, I got my calipers, so
it
let
should
me.
be 4 by something, right? yeah,
Yeah, I know they're.
yeah, so they're a decent size, and they're a thick coin too, which I like. The
4
fact that it's
inches.
not and pretty thick. What's the thickness on those guys? They're pretty cool.
Not millimeters. We're looking at 4.16
It's a cool coin, great
millimeters.
design, and when the light hits it, it looks great.
Yeah,
4.6
that's the cool thing.
4.6 millimeters.
Especially
and
that
the
black
length,
one. When the light hits that black one,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
really sparkles. So, well,
It's got a little 3D.
it doesn't even look black; it's so glittery.
Yeah. But it's got a good 3D effect. I like that the we'll talk about other things, don't worry, but I like
Yep.
the fact that the
And 4 inches.
yep.
Tom
Nice.
said to make amps and
Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's talk a little bit about event, and then we'll get into kind of more of the details. But Derek can bring up the event page if we could do that. There you go. CacheFest.com.
GC95GX, if you haven't gotten your will attend in.
Yeah, GC95GX is the page, or the geocaching event page. GC9E5GX. July 16th, because you mentioned all the details. July 16th, 2022, out
It's
at
the
Colt
main
Pit.
event.
The main event, yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit about the others tonight too, but July 16th. But really, if you can, you might want to come to the other side events, because we got a lot of cool ones that we're planning. Giga.
Couple of celebrations, probably. Throwing that out there.
Yeah.
What we talked
All
about.
right. Yeah,
A couple
we'll talk about it
celebration
in a minute.
events, or
We'll
some
talk
of the
about
side
that in a
events. Do we know which ones they're going to be yet? No, we don't know which ones are going to be. Well, but we're already planning. We know we're going to have at least 2 celebration events during the week.
So, and I will mention the bridge in that logo there. It's
Yeah.
now fixed.
It is
Yes.
fixed, and it's been fixed.
It is
Yeah.
now fixed. You can get in and out of Memphis, easy peasy.
Oh yeah.
Thanks,
So we
Craig. Craig mentioned we're at 472. It'd be cool to get to 500 tonight. That'd be a nice goal.
That would be great.
500 tonight would be awesome. So,
Well, what was awesome is that we went when we announced this.
I can't mention enough how much people are going to enjoy Shelby Farms. The main event location is just an amazing park with so many super cool things to do, and the main event hall overlooks the lake.
Yeah.
It's just, everything from things for the kids to do to, when David and I drove it, we saw deer.
Yeah, in the park.
In the park, just chilling on the side of the road, like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the park. Enjoy your stay. So, yeah, it's an amazing park. Folks are going to really enjoy it.
Because the thing is enormous. It's like, I don't think people can, it's hard to grasp the enormity of Shelby Farms. It
Was
is
4 times larger than Central Park.
Yeah, I was going to pull up the Shelby Farms page.
I think it's down here at the bottom of our page.
I've got it. ShelbyFarmsPark.org. Yeah.
Well, and part of the advantage of having it in a huge urban park like that is no matter what's going on in the world, like a case of the sniffles going around again, we can still have our event. We won't be stopped by anything happening in the world. We got a huge space we can spread out. So it's kind of protected from silly regulations or whatever.
Yeah.
Pizza Ninja, I hate to tell you,
agrees.
but Memphis really isn't famous for pizza.
Someone's dog agrees.
Sorry.
Barbecue. You can get barbecue on pizza.
Barbecue pizza?
Barbecue pizza.
Oh, yeah. Barbecue pizza. Absolutely.
I'd eat barbecue pizza.
Yeah.
There's some good pizza in Memphis.
There is good pizza. We're just not.
Too bad they
famous
don't have,
for it.
good barbecue or anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
barbecue,
Only the best in the world.
nachos, barbecue
Shots
nachos.
fired.
Texas, sorry.
I thought Texas had the worst
Clear my
barbecue.
throat.
I just had Kansas City barbecue for lunch, so I can't say nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately,
There's
y'all are
Kansas
all
City.
wrong. It's Memphis, so. And fried chicken. Better fried chicken, too, than anywhere.
Yeah, I've got Gus's.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Gus's is good.
They do have fried chicken down there.
They
We'll give
make
you
it
that.
hot.
Crinkly Tired Mom. We hope you're there
Oh,
too.
my hot.
Lots for the kids. That's the amazing thing is that
The trampoline park alone is super cool.
I
right.
think the biggest thing we're trying to accomplish in this whole event is to make sure we have one that's going to happen no matter what.
Yep.
And we get to meet all the people that, for the last 2
Exactly.
years, everybody's online. And now we're controlling it. So
Yeah.
we're going to make sure we get to meet all the people that we've been wanting to talk to in person for so long, get to go caching together. So that's kind of the part of the impetus behind the whole idea of the event.
And like you were saying, Memphis is with the people that are on this staff half of the people on the screen were involved in Mingo Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then, well, everyone on the screen was at Mingo Madness. You had Texas Challenge here in the room and multiple other mega events hosts who dealt with it during certain instances that you were speaking of. So we know how to do it with different regulations involved. So we know not the workaround, but how to keep people safe and do it outside and have activities and everything involved. So I think you guys have pulled in the perfect crew for this. So I think it's gonna be a wonderful event. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a busy year. We all thought 2020 was gonna be crazy. Then 2021, I think 2022 is gonna be crazy with all the events. But I know this crew here, from what I've been talking with, and you guys are just getting a small piece of our planning meetings, because I think we've been on 15 minutes now, and we're not even past the first bullet point. So
Nope.
the ideas are going to be crazy.
Memphis Barbecue Company. I haven't had the one in Horn Lake, but I've had the one at.
Well, and the other point is, I mean, again, if something does happen, another variant or whatever, I mean, Texas Challenge was the first mega to come back, and then Mingo Madness. And so we know how to not only regulate and get through the hoops that cities require, but also the hoops that HQ wants you to go through.
Right.
You know, if not a lot of people are on the inner planning of a mega event, but coming out of COVID, we went from having to just kind of submit normal stuff to HQ to we had to have a COVID action plan. Yep. And you had to have that put together and make sure that it was okay and you know, agree to different city regulations and making sure that those were a point in there. So you've got a team here that's going to make sure it happens.
Yeah, that's a good point. 4,500 acres of green space. That's just the green space part, let alone the rest of it. It's over 5,000, I think. 10.65 miles of urban trail. It's not really urban either. It's really, you can kind of get lost in the woods there. I mean, it's
it's a little bit
miles,
of both. It's both.
A little bit of both. Yeah, it really is a community treasure. So it's very unique. I know that Jesse got to go find some of Derek's caches there, but you can kind of get, like I said, you can get kind of you can kind of get away from people a little bit. I mean, you're kind of, even though you're surrounded by city, still though it's so large that there's so many locations that, I mean, there's a lot of caches out there. I mean, what do you estimate, Derek, that are even out there now, but and then how many do you think we'll have out there just in the park alone, let alone Memphis?
In the park,
all of them.
In the park alone. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna switch this up real quick.
Labs.
Yeah, go ahead and switch
60. We're gonna have over 60 plus stops.
It's just a great location. I'm super excited about it.
That's incredible. Yeah, that alone.
So let me. I'm about to bring up the map for.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea.
Well, what's currently there has nothing to do with what's going to be there.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree, but at least you kind of get an idea of what it's been able to run currently, even though it's going to get.
Hold on.
Even though it's going to have some revamp.
I think I'm even hiding some of mine on here. So
that's another cool part of the thing.
So yeah, I mean, there's quite a few in here. I mean, oh, hey, there's an event coming up. What is this one? Oh, sorry.
If you're not in the chat room, you are not. This me up. We've gone from pizza to chicken, back to pizza to barbecue, and now we're
Vegemite.
Vegemite rules.
No,
Vegemite.
Yeah, we got off on the food tangent real quickly.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a community event coming up here locally pretty soon. But just in here right now, I know there was one that was in here that got archived this last week, which is okay. But it was over here on this island, which we'll see what happens. But yeah,
Now
no,
you have to rent a boat or a kayak or something to go get those.
You
from the
can.
island?
Yeah, we have. There are kayak rentals, so you can do some stuff out here. And
Derek, I know they had kayaks for rent there, but
Yeah.
were they? Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
We were
Yeah,
there for a
canoes and
couple
kayaks.
of hours, and then Derek took us to barbecue. So.
And
Yeah.
paddle boats.
Yep, paddle boats. That's all right there that we can rent.
And
there.
once you, I mean, we're talking a lot about Shelby Farms, but just the town of Memphis. David and I were in town for less than 24 hours, and we saw, historical places. We ate pretty good barbecue. Just kidding. We ate really good barbecue.
Yeah.
Beale Street. I mean,
Is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We stopped and got ice cream and cookies and ate warm cookies and ice cream walking down Beale, listening to just music coming out of all of the venues. And that was like a Tuesday night. Like, it wasn't like we were there on a Friday where everything was hopping. It was just a Tuesday night, and there was music everywhere. And Derek and his wife and David and I ended our night literally walking down Beale Street, eating warm cookies and ice cream, and listening to music and doing adventure laps. Like, it was just... It's an amazing city. I mean, if it's going to be great. Memphis is the perfect location for this event.
Yeah, and here's just...
And yes, there's excellent adventure labs in Memphis. The ones we did were awesome.
So there's a ton of caches here.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
So, that's just Shelby Farms. These are along the trails. Downtown Memphis has got a ton. Of course, we got 90... Gary was putting together 92 reasons to attend CacheFest.
We didn't eat at Tops Barbecue. Someone just mentioned Tops Barbecue. We went
I'll be honest, I don't like
Central
Tops.
that you took us to, Derek?
Yeah, we went to Central.
Central's really good. I like Central.
It was right.
There's so many.
Rain.
Yeah, so in the show notes, you will find 92 reasons to attend CacheFest 2022. And they're legitimate. I took some out because I accidentally had some duplicates, but we're at 92. I was trying to get to 100. I probably can get it to 100 here as time goes on. But, yeah, oldest cache. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, oldest cache Tennessee, very close.
It's very close to that.
Yeah, you're with Shelby Farms. You're within probably 10 miles of the oldest cache.
There's some really very unique caches in Memphis. When I say Memphis, I'm talking about Memphis and surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
The grotto is kind of something that it sort of defies explanation. You got to kind of see it. You got to come here and see it. It really, words can't really describe the uniqueness of this. I mean, for a long time, I thought it was an earth cache. Is there an adventure lab there now, Derek, too?
Where, at the grotto?
At the grotto.
I don't think so. Not at the grotto. I mean, there's an adventure lab there at the cemetery, but there's not one at the grotto.
Oh, okay. But okay,
there may be a stop there. There may be a stop on. There may be a location there, but there's not an actual full blown one there.
Yeah, we'll talk gadgets here in a moment.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Mud Island River Park area. I really want to go see that.
Yeah.
And it's hard to even describe the earth cache.
It's a giant geode. That's the only way I can really describe the grotto. It's a giant, like you're walking into a giant geode.
Yeah, it's like walking in. If you ever seen a geode cut in half, and you go, "Oh my gosh, look at the middle of that thing." It's that crystal middle of the crystal thing. It's like you're walking into one of those. So it's pretty crazy. So the uniqueness of the earth cache that's at Mud Island, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't been there yet. I'm looking forward to it, but for those that have seen it, I know it's hard to. I mean, I've heard the explanation that it's a mini Mississippi River on the Mississippi River. Is that?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But it's kind of hard to describe because it's not like it's not like this big of a diorama of the river. It's pretty long, right? You can walk this thing. What is that noise? Where are we getting some bad feedback somewhere?
Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna pull up Google Maps.
Okay,
you can actually see it on there.
Part of it on the Google Maps. Okay, cool. Sorry for technical difficulties, folks. We got some kind of something cutting in and out.
It's live video.
It is live. We are live. So while he's doing that, let me explain a few other things about the area that we were talking before the show. Derek and I were talking about, because a lot of people are like, well, what else can and again, the list is going to go. We can't list it all tonight, but so one of the things that I think is interesting is that you can do at least five states in a day. You could probably do more. I think that if somebody did some cool planning, if you look at a map, you can see that Memphis is sort of at a, not exactly, but it's kind of at a confluence of several states. So there you go. There's Mud Island. We're showing it on the screen now.
So Tennessee, Arkansas,
right?
Mississippi, Hernando, right here. I mean, we're literally, you have 3 states right there. And then you have Missouri's not too far.
No.
Missouri's right here.
I think I'd be curious if somebody if they could figure out a way, not, if you had extra, because I really believe you should try to do, it'd be kind of fun to try to do as many states as you could in a day. But there's a lot of quality caches too we're going to talk about too. But
yeah. So Mud Island,
show Mud Island real quick, because that's kind of a unique. There we go.
Okay, so Mud Island, we're talking about the topographical Mississippi. It starts right here, where if you can see the pointer, starts up here, and it runs all the way down here. It's about a half a mile walk to go do this, and then it actually empties out back into the Mississippi. Now, this is down here is the Mississippi sign, or Memphis
the Memphis sign, yeah, which is cool.
There's what it looks like here. See, and this is huge, and you can actually. There's a great photo op down here as well. So, it's just a great location, and then just a little bit north of there. There's, of course, this is the Bass Pro Shop.
Yep, hotel, which you can stay in.
Which you can stay at.
What? You can stay in there?
Yeah, and they got
legally, not sleeping on a bench.
It's a hotel as well.
It's a hotel too. I want to clarify that you're not sleeping on a bench at the Bass Pro Shop.
No, but it would be comfortable.
You could, I guess, until they kick you
Donnie
out.
Wahlberg has a restaurant there now. There's a bowling alley there. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
I somehow can see Charles Watkins doing some crazy something on that island.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
So as far as other things about Memphis, I really do suggest that I just put the list together, so I'm not trying to say I did anything special. So, but Memphis is special. You want to go look at the document that is in the show notes, because it does go through and talk about all the different things. Not only Shelby Farms. The first part is kind of highlighting Shelby Farms, because that was the point. I wanted you to see all the different things that are possible at Shelby Farms. But then it gets into, Memphis Zoo, Beale Street, going to the Grotto, National Civil Rights Museum, Gibson Guitar Factory. Go check a Redbirds game out, which is their minor league.
The Lorraine.
Yep, Lorraine.
Yeah. There's, things like different museums there's a lot of really cool museums. The Rock and Soul Museum.
Sun Records.
Sun Records is a cool place to go visit.
Graceland, of course.
Yeah, Graceland. You even talk about Graceland. That's
Stax is there as well.
Yep.
Stax. Yep. That's a pretty good one to visit, from what I understand. To check out everything there.
Yeah, Pink Palace as well. I don't know, Derek, if you had time to visit there yet, but it's right up Geocache Valley. It's a museum. It's got tons of hands-on exhibits and stuff for kids, and It's a really neat place. If you're traveling there with your kids, even if you're a big kid or you have kids, it's a fun place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Children's Museum is another one. That's all hands-on stuff.
Yep.
In Memphis.
Children's
The
Museum.
zoo, of course. You got the zoo, which is really great.
And there's this place that we raise money for. That's a really cool place there too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know I'm planning on spending a week there when I go, just to hit everything.
At Memphis, yeah.
I mean, this
Dave
place.
and I'll be there from Monday to Monday.
Yeah.
This place
Very
here.
cool. There it is.
Oh, look at that. That may just happen to be St. Jude.
St. Jude. Yeah, thank you, St. Jude, for their work. As we talked about last week, they really, and we did get, just let everyone know, we did let them. I mean, they're aware of different events that go on, but the people we were working directly with, I sent them a note. They're like, "Oh, we're on top of it. We're watching." So it's like, "All right, that's awesome." So we had St. Jude people watching, and I think that the initial information that I received back from people was they really liked the tote board. I thought that was really really well done. We joked about on the show that back when Jesse and I Christy would erase information and hold up a piece of paper or whatever, or not paper, but hold up a chalkboard or whatever we were doing, like a dry erase board, right, Jesse? We were doing before.
That's what we did. Hey, it was fun. It worked.
It did. It was good. They're really working. That's fairly new, the Tiltify. So I think that has got a lot of potential. They're really wanting to kind of branch into some other areas because they do the 5K runs and they do a lot of cool. There's a lot of people who do cool type things, but they're wanting to get into gaming, and the podcasts and a lot of the those kind of things. So that's been really really cool to see people doing that. So yeah, it is a secure campus. You can't just show up, but hopefully by then things will be a little different. So yeah,
it's always going to be a secure campus. But if there was outside of COVID times, if you planned ahead, you could arrange a tour. Yeah. Obviously, it's a place with kids and they're working on diseases and everything else, and it's an actual research hospital. So there's active patients in there. So it's always going to be a secure campus. But assuming that those sniffles that are going around go away, you could probably arrange a tour as long as you arrange it ahead of time.
Yeah.
If anybody's lucky enough to do that, they should do it.
But don't think it hasn't crossed our mind, and it's not something that we're thinking about trying to do something with them. So
Absolutely,
it's just one of those secret things that we'll push off for now.
Yeah, we're not going to let Gary spill those beans yet.
No. So let's kind of switch gear a little bit and let's talk about the week leading up, or the not the week leading up, the pre-Saturday events that we're going to be doing. Without giving a lot of detail, though, I do want to give people an idea of what is in store for them, because I think what's unique about this one over some of the other megas that are out there is that we're not going to just start on Thursday. I think we're starting earlier. Is that D with the plan? We're probably going to start events earlier than then. Is that correct?
Wednesday.
I believe we're starting on Tuesday. Are we not?
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes.
We may push it back.
I believe we are starting on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think Tuesday. Yeah. So if you show up, we're going to have stuff. Go ahead. Yep.
Not only are we starting on a Tuesday, but I know that there are some folks out there that are collecting that special event that's good through next year.
Right.
And I'm not going to spill too many beans because that's Gary's job, but I believe that there might be a few of those special events to get early in the week if you come spend the week with us in Memphis.
Nice. Yeah.
So ultimately, if they follow the webpage, right, those announcements will be made on the webpage.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
You want to make sure you're
and
marking
if you get your will attend
and that way you can keep up with all of your.
So if people log their will attend, they'll get updates.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We'll make announcements.
Yeah, but also, if you get a will attend in, you also will see announcements automatically. That's part of geocaching.com's. I was just surprised to hear this, but Dee mentioned that people are trying to get a certain number of those special events. I thought that's kind of cool, so I didn't even think about that. I need to go back and look and see how many I have.
I believe if you do the whole badge system thing, that it would be the black belt. I think is 100 because Paraviators William is he drove 2 separate weekends to Indiana, which is pretty good far distance from Texas, because there was like 3 CCE events in one weekend there. So like he would drive up and get them and then come back, like leave Friday and come back on a Sunday. So there are some crazy cachers out there that are trying to rack those puppies up. And
that's cool.
So, I'm just saying CacheFest might be the place to go.
That's right. Can you imagine if you could get a bunch of those in 1 week? I mean, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That might be
Yes. I think also we're going to try to really bring along some adventure labs. Their adventure labs are always fun, but I think that we're going to really blow out adventure labs. Hopefully, kind of like we did, right, Jesse? We did it in Colby, is try to get extra.
Yeah, I suspect we'll have some kind of social event. I don't know how you would describe it. We will have people come together that want to have their labs in a special location. We may join up like we did for Mingo. We were able to bring a lot of people together. If you're looking for a location to do it and you want to be part of a big event instead of just putting it somewhere else and you have a good idea, we get to have something pretty good arranged. But we won't really get into that today, right?
No.
Just a teaser of that.
Yeah. But, if it's going to be a destination and we're going to have there's going to be a bunch of community events, there's going to be a bunch of labs. It's neat to kind of pool those resources and do a lot of those all at one time because it makes it so much more fun when you get in town, right? I don't know if there's any challenges out there now, currently, wink, wink, but there may be for community events or something else in the future. So who knows? I don't know where you'd find one of those, Memphis, but you could. So.
Yeah, since we're kind of talking about some of the things that are, a lot of things we're talking about tonight are either in the works or, at various stages of being in the works. So let's talk about Challenge Academy for a few minutes. Then we're going to switch over to the other academies. I think it's cool that we've got these academies, which I think is really a great idea. But I know that Challenge Academy is working on some things, but
we're not really ready to release what's going to happen with that. But the Challenge Talk folks and I are working on some things. If you're familiar with that show, you'll see a very similar theme when we get there. But in real life, instead of virtual, it'll be real life. And I don't know what we want to say yet.
That's good.
Some stuff. Imagine a real life version of the show and prizes and obviously some information about. I don't want to ruin any of Jeff's really cool things, but we have a couple of ideas of what's going on. We're not going to release that yet. I don't think so.
That's fine. That's good. That's all I was looking for. Just a little.
Okay. I'm not like you. I don't have to spill the beans. So
no, you don't, and that's perfect. But yeah, the fact that I like what Jeff says, like yes, so that's good. So there you go. There's it's
cool thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Gary, but the cool thing.
No, go ahead.
If you've ever gone to like Comic-Con or some kind of convention where you got to not only meet the folks that you follow and you watch and all that kind of stuff, but interact with them. That's the cool part about going to like a Comic-Con. And that's kind of what this is going to be. It's going to be like a panel with each of these groups, and you're going to get to interact and like basically be in like a live studio audience for that kind of stuff. And that's something that's never been done before. So I think that's kind of the cool aspect of CacheFest is that it's almost like going to a Comic-Con except for the geocaching.
Right. Very cool. I like that's a good example. So Chad and Derek, talk a little bit, give a little bit more, and you don't have to spill a lot of beans, but just kind of let people know about Gadget Academy, if you would.
Yeah, well, it's basically the kits that we make and sell. So part of the big Gadget Academy is you actually get a kit if you sign up for the kit.
But not one that we're selling right now. Correct? I think we're coming up with a new kit.
We have several different kits. I'm not sure if they'll include anything we have, if you have that option as well. But so there'll be some kits, and then you'll be able to have a chance to actually build it with Derek or I or a couple other volunteers that come in to help out as well. So we'll have everything there to solder, instructions there, and we can answer any questions, hang out, whatever you want to do there as we're building the kits.
Right. That is to me, that's a really cool thing, is to be able to be with you guys and with Audie and different all these different gadget builders. That alone is going to be cool, is to be with Rubicats and all these people who are famous gadget and creative cache builders, and be able to sit with them, not only ask them questions and talk about it, but to sit there with a kit. It's like, especially for people who are like, I've never done this before, and you're like, no problem, we're going to go through it step by step. And talk a little bit, you guys, about, I know we talked about a little bit on the show we did a few months ago, but you got some plans for sort of beginner and advanced. So if you're advanced, you might want to sit at these tables, whereas beginners can sit here, and that way everybody can kind of come away with the perfect experience. Is that something y'all are working on?
Yeah, so that's the plan. So you'll be able to purchase two different kits. You'll have an advanced kit or a premium kit and a basic kit. That way, depending on what your budget is, you can actually go in and build something with us. Cool. And then there'll be an area. So the advanced kits will have more soldering, more detailed stuff, circuit boards, things like that. And then the basic kits will be more LED lights, batteries, wiring certain things together, completing circuits, stuff like that. But they're all going to be fairly close to each other, right? We're not going to separate people and have them in different rooms or anything like that. But
no.
Some of the tools you'll need to be specialized in certain areas. But you'll be close enough. We'll be able to talk to each other. You'll be able to see what everybody's doing, answer questions, ask questions, whatever you want.
And we're even talking about having some ones for some kid ones too. That'd be really simple that we could do as well. Kids can come in and do them as well.
Correct.
So,
I think it's very important.
Kids. Sorry, go ahead. I have a delay in mine, but what if I'm not a Gadget Cache builder at all? If I really, really am terrible at building anything, am I going to be embarrassed if I go to this class?
No. You got Derek and myself, other volunteers that we love teaching people how to build stuff. And we all learn the same way, right? We've all had to learn as well. And so, I don't think that I wouldn't be embarrassed. And if you don't know how to do anything, we'll actually help you build it. There won't be anything you won't be able to do.
Do I need to bring a bunch of tools?
Nope.
No, everything will be provided. So we'll have solder gun. We'll have everything there that you'll need to complete the project. Now, depending on how many people sign up and how many people will come at one time, we haven't decided if we're going to have times that we're going to have set that you have to sign up for or anything. We have a limited amount of tools, so you may have to wait a little bit for a certain tool, but we'll have everything there.
And to answer Teresa's question, she says, I was looking at buying the VIP pass. I'll bring it back up. VIP.
I didn't touch it. That wasn't me. That's Jesse.
Jesse, stop. You have a delay. Okay, I was looking at buying the VIP pass, and they talked about getting a gadget kit. Is that the premium kit that you're all talking about? Yes, that's the premium kit in there. And also to be on that part of that VIP pass, if you have that premium kit, that one will be a little bit different because you're going to basically it's VIP access for that one. That'll be a certain time, and it'll be like concierge. So we'll have people that'll come in, bring us drinks and snacks as we're working, doing that. So that's going to be like a complete VIP access part of that premium kit. That's the premium kit. And then there'll be some other kits. So if you wanted to do, we just lost Jesse. If you wanted to do some of the other ones and do them all that time, you can, but you're just going to have to buy that kit as well. But the premium access one is specifically for the VIP pass holders. And there's a lot of stuff that's going to, we'll get into this here in a little bit. But there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be in that VIP pass too.
Yeah. So in order to get the VIP kit, you have to buy the VIP pass, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
But I think they can buy the basic kit on site there if they don't buy the VIP pass, right?
I believe that's what we're looking at. Yeah. We kind of you might want to buy it ahead of time just so that you make sure that you're going to get it, because it's going to be a limited supply. We can't make 300 of these and we're going home with 300 of these. So it's a lot of it because it's cost. So they'll have a lot of the stuff is going to have to be bought pre-hand, so we know how many to make.
Get a mani pedi. I'd love that. So is Jeff giving the mani pedis during the build sessions?
You never know. It could happen. So Albedo was asking about
Yes.
Air conditioning provided. Yes.
Where the gadgets is, it's inside. Gadget Academy is inside.
Is indoors.
Is at the FedEx Center here.
Yep.
Also, hey, she was on last week at Mackey looking at flights. Gia.
She's looking, so you could come meet Gia, possibly. But she says it's going to be a cool event. Yes, for many reasons, but one of them is it's indoors, so it's automatically a cool event. So there you go. That's important. So is there a limit to the number?
Not that I'm aware of. We don't have anything right now.
No, not a limit yet.
No,
we're not there.
Let's push the limits.
We'll let you
know. They're talking about overall.
If you sign up for that VIP pass, if it comes to gadget caches or premium kits, we'll put together however many we need.
Yeah,
I'm not going to limit that part.
And part of that VIP package is a parking pass, so you do get a reserve. You'll have like a
you get a VIP pass. Yeah, VIP parking
there as well.
Yeah.
Brian's going to talk.
Go ahead, Ryan.
And with that one there, the question came up: is there a limit? As of right now, we have not reached the limit, and we will have to limit it one time because at some time, because like you said, there's a parking limitations and stuff like that. So there will be some limitations. Currently, we have not gotten close to what people need to limit it at. I know somebody was talking about earlier, get a VIP for Christmas. I'm thinking probably shortly after the first of the year, we're going to really have to look at the limitations for the VIP package just for those numbers.
Right.
Because we want to make it a VIP experience.
Yeah.
And if we put too many people in a VIP experience, it just becomes an experience. So we want to keep it VIP. So we will be looking at limiting it sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though it's a ways away, it isn't really a ways away. Because like he said, there comes a point where everything has to be purchased. So there becomes from the perspective of people who are wanting to go, there is a point where you kind of want to go ahead and get all your ducks in a row, as far as not only your hotel, which we'll talk about hotels in a moment, but also your swag and things of that nature. So I don't know. I don't know if my internet's causing problems or not, but am I cutting in and out? Or am I okay?
There's a little bit here and there, but it's okay.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit. Let me. Well, I've got at least somewhat decent internet at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but I'll give you a quick update for Puzzle Talk. I'll speak for those boys for a moment. The Puzzle boys are working on.
This is actually Puzzle Academy.
Puzzle Academy. Yeah, I should mention that the Puzzle boys are working on Puzzle Academy. One of the things that we've been mulling over, and it's in the works. And I'm not going to spill a lot of beans on this, so don't push that button, Derek. But they are wanting to, again, kind of like all these other academies, they're really going to try to push the boundaries of what we can do for people who love puzzles, and I think it's going to be, from what I understand, it's going to be a lot more than just sitting in a room working on puzzles together. I think that there's going to be really kind of almost an interactive area type thing where people can work together, but there's going to be like puzzles that you're going to be able to solve and go like physically go do things and not just sit in a room and solve coordinates. So I think there's going to be some really cool things that you can do, and you can sort of plan for one of your days at the event to be like your puzzle day, where you get to do interacting with others who are going to be doing puzzles, but also interacting with the local people, the local businesses in Memphis. And so it's going to be very exciting to see that interaction where you can solve some puzzles, go to certain locations, kind of solve other puzzles. And so that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm going to spill too much if I keep going.
Yep,
So,
yep.
there you go. Puzzle Academy is going to be incredible. All right, on to the next topic. Let's
talk about community events.
Yeah, well,
we already did that. I'm saying we already talked about those. We'll have some of those.
Yep.
Eventual lab possibilities. We got going to be over 60.
Talked about that. Yep.
Over 60.
Covered that.
Pre-event coins. How's the pre-event coins going, Gary?
Pre-event coins. I've got a whole box of them here. I'm just waiting for people to buy them. So there you go.
So
get you a
$20 a coin, $50 for all three. See, and there's look at this, Chad, hold that up. And when Chad's holding this up in this case, that case is not for sale, by the way.
Not yet.
Not yet. That may be something that's available at CacheFest. Maybe.
Yeah, we might be doing something else with it.
Yeah, so there's some things that may not gonna spill beans. That may be something else that we're planning, but that's cool there, but not included. The boxes that you're seeing online and all that, not included.
Not included. We might have some to sell at the event. I think that's the cool thing.
That's what we're kind of talking about.
And if you still need it for Christmas, I know I have some in Kansas. I think you have some in Kentucky, Texas. Washington. I think Dee has some. So if you need some coins for Christmas, I know we can get them to you pretty quick too.
Yeah,
we can make some meetup.
We have some in Seattle. I think we all have some that we can.
Yeah, there's a few here and there.
Fairly quick.
Yeah,
because Christmas is only 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Yeah, they're really cool. So we want to give a quick. This is a good point to as we transition from different things. I do want to let Dee kind of give an update, because I know people are always kind of wondering about their. There you go. Make one auction off. It's kind of cool. For hotels, and we'll give a little bit of update on hotels and also the RV, in case we give people at least information on where they can go if they haven't made their RV reservations yet. So, Dee, if you give people kind of an update on where we're at on the hotel situation.
Sure. So we've actually been working with the Chamber of Commerce to get some pretty good rates for everybody. And I will say this, if you're looking for a way to support an event, booking within the room blocks really helps out an event. So try to go within them. We try to negotiate the absolute best rates. So I would highly suggest doing that. It really helps pay for the event. So that's a big thing. But when we spoke with them, I tried to get every end of the spectrum. So you'll have, if you're not a fancy place, Marriott or Hilton or something like that, we've got those. If you want the choice hotel brands or Murky, my dog wants you to know there will be dog friendly hotels as well.
There you go. Yes.
Wanted to make sure everybody's aware of that.
That's right.
But yeah, so we have every thing from the to a super nice, more luxury, all the way down to some of us are just looking for a place to lay our head because we're not going to be there but about 8 hours a day. So I would say in about the next month, we will have on the website, and we will also make an announcement on the Cache page, links for you to go ahead and book your rooms. And if you're looking to, RV, there's actually an RV park right next to to Shelby Farms.
Right.
And you can do that as well. And we'll have some camping information and everything. So I would say if you wait till right after Christmas time, you'll be able to book your rooms with plenty of time. And we'll provide the links and make everything super easy for you. And like I said, we have negotiated some of the best rates we absolutely could so that everybody could stay in a nice, clean place that's within their price range. And I know each of us have kind of like, work choice hotel people because we use points. I know some people do Marriott. So whatever works best for you, we've made sure to cover the whole gamut as far as that goes. But if you could, we would highly appreciate you booking within the blocks because it lets the city know that we're a big deal. We already know we're a big deal. We just want the city to know we're a big deal. So,
yeah, it really does help us out. We've been working with them, and that is something that is kind of where the rubber hits, rubber meets the road, and that is they want to know that. We're telling people, oh, well, we've got, we're at 450, we're 472. We're trying to get to, hopefully get to 500 here shortly. But, they want to see room reservations or RV reservations, which helps, everybody. I mean, if you're staying in an Airbnb, that's fine too. But we're going to need, we'll have to work on, capturing some of the information, because the key is working with Memphis Tourism is trying to build that relationship with them so that in the future they can go, CacheFest. Yes, we are well aware of what you're doing because we've worked closely with you. And JJ and Dee and Derek, they've been working really closely, and that's been a great help for everyone that they're working with the Memphis Tourism Bureau. So I know it's a little bit more backstage type stuff that people probably don't want to hear about, but it really is important that we.
Well, and also one of the things that by showing the numbers of people that are coming, that also helps them with giving us some swag to hand out to you guys as special extra little gifts in each of the packages and things like that. So overall, just staying there within the blocks allows the city to know just exactly what we're doing and how many people we're actually bringing to the city. So if you've ever planned an event, you understand how important that is. So
right.
I would say that just to, help out this team that you love so much and the Geocache Talk crew in doing that, but also save yourself some money, because I will tell you that I have looked at the room rates versus the rates we have, and they're nice. I mean, they did a good job with that.
Yeah, that's GM pointing that out. Yeah, she mentioned about Fargo Moorhead GeoTour that they building that relationship with the local visitor center was key, and that is key. So we've been doing that since the get-go, and that's been very helpful. Another helpful item that we're going to get to tonight real quick, and that is that Dee has worked out the path tag backs. So give people an update on that, and I think we can show a picture.
I can show a picture of it too.
So if you're a path tag person, then you know that you have the option to do what is called a tag back, and you can choose a generic one. Well, we have designed one for, and I believe we have a picture of it, for CacheFest. So that's what it looks like. That's kind of each of the colors that you can order a path tag in. And so it'll cost you 10 cents extra, and that goes to help to support the event. It'll have that super cool logo, and again, you can only basically get it next year, and then it'll be gone. So, so starting Tuesday, you can order your path tags, and you can choose to have that back on them. And it's a super cool way to not only support the event, but to let people know, hey, I'm going to this is the first time event, guys, and this thing this isn't a one and done. So how cool will it be to have a tag back on one of your path tags from the very first CacheFest?
Now, are those already available on the path tag website?
Starting Tuesday, they will be available.
Tuesday, okay.
You'll put it on the back Tuesday.
Perfect. So I can order mine on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, you can order yours and put that on the back, and have a nice little piece of history on one of your path tags.
Great.
And I know the path tag collectors already know this, but those who don't actually collect path tags, one of the things a lot of people do is collect just the path tag with those backs.
Right.
So I know with the megas that I had that actually had the backs, you'll have 50 to 100, sometimes even more people like that to support that. And it does just help back with the event. So what it does, it gives us a discount when we order the path tags that go into the package. So,
well, and understand, once the event happens, that tag back will go away.
Yep.
And you will never be able to get that tag back again. So take advantage of getting that on there now. And like I said, having a piece of history, because this isn't just a one-time event. I might have spoiled some beans there. Sorry. But,
oh no!
Better spoiled than spilled.
I don't have that
one. D spilled the beans. Dut, 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 dut. That's good. That's good stuff there. All right, cool. Yeah, path tag backs is really, really cool. I mean, that's going to be great. So, all right. So, if you have more questions, I should mention that in the chat room. Please ask questions. Yep. This is something else we wanted to do tonight, was to give you guys and gals a chance to ask us anything you want to know about the event, because that's important, that we can give you guys that opportunity. We are going to spill some beans from what I was told. Now,
is this the big one? Is this one that we're
going to do the big one here in a minute? But I want to point something out here, is that you can't play. Oh, here's a local request that's coming in, so we'll get that. In that, somebody else said they wanted to spill these beans tonight, and so it wasn't me who's bringing this to the. No, I'm kidding. We all want to spill the beans on this next one. We'll get to that.
But we need a different bump, though, right?
I guess we kind of do, but we'll get to that one too. Owen from KC, he wants to please hide something besides a traditional Crittenden County in Arkansas for 5 states with a different. Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah.
Eric, get on that.
There you go. Yeah, you know,
we have some other locals in the chat room too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, MPM and Tony Golden's in the area. So he's in there. So that'll be cool. They can talk about those. But yeah, I think that there's planning, and I think that okay, there's a good question. What do you see as the perfect mega? I will let y'all talk about that.
Gadgets. And speaking of gadgets, so,
yeah, so I don't think that's a question for us. That's a question for them.
Oh, for them. Well,
yeah, there's just such a delay. I can't talk tonight because there's such a delay in my computer.
Okay.
You're fine.
Oh, I can't talk because I had a Lego party yesterday and I was cheering on the kids and I lost my voice. But we're kind of, somebody asked earlier about hoping that there's going to be gadgets. Well, of course, there's going to be gadgets at this event, but not just Baker Sticks Clan or Bounce gadgets. We're actually in negotiations with other gadget builders from around the world, it's worldwide, to actually be able to put their gadgets actually here in Memphis, so that it'll be not. So you'll be able to find a Rumba Cats. You'll be able to find a DJW House one. You'll be able to find
international
gadgets and all these different caches
in
this area, gadgets. So you get to kind of experience it. So yeah, that's something that's going to be something really cool. And I'm thinking, of course, I love gadgets, as y'all know. I mean, gadget talk, behind the cache, all that.
That's right.
It's just, so that's something else that's going to happen. We're going to have a variety of different gadgets, not just from one builder in the area. So.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Looking forward to that.
And from caching in Europe, I know we always talk about Flieger, but there are many gadget cache builders that were building gadget caches in Europe for a long time. So I know Derek and Chad are out reaching out to some of them. I've been reaching out to a few that I know that only speak German, but I got friends who can translate for me. So if we can get some of these different gadgets in, we will. So, because if you notice just from the videos that the vlogger has done from when he's gone to Europe, he's only talking for one small city. I know I did some in the Mannheim area back before I even knew what a gadget cache was. And it was amazing and they have just been improving throughout. So that's a big thing that we're trying to do. I know we did it with Mingo Manus. We pulled in some gadget cache builders from other areas and just share those ideas and stuff like that. So we will definitely be working on that.
Yeah. Awesome.
If you know any gadget cache builders, reach out
our way. It's some local ones. We just want to get a variety of different ones. So.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. Are we ready for this other one, Gary?
I think we're ready to spill some beans. So,
been waiting for that.
Breaking news. Yeah. So, a little bit of setup on this, and that one of the things that has to be created for a mega, or should be created for a mega, is a really cool event coin. I mean, the pinnacle, the bell cow of the event coin is the event the event coin, the one that everybody looks at, everybody wants. Even if you don't, everybody wants that one, whether you buy VIP package or one of the other packages. I mean, you kind of want to get that coin. That's the coin that you really want. And so we're actually going to show you, I think, if I'm correct, is that right? We're going to show people the event coin tonight. And that's
the blueprints of it.
The blueprint, right. We don't have it in our hand, but we have the blueprint.
Well, they're in, we should have them shortly after first year, we're hoping. Definitely we're seeing them live.
Right.
No, the real thing.
The real thing.
Are we going to announce who designed it?
Oh yeah, we should talk. We'll talk about all that. So
yeah, we'll talk about that when we show it, because it's so unique that even HQ, some of them, like, I've never seen a coin like that. It's so cool and so fun.
It is amazing that when So Derek, why don't you tell a story about, because we had to get extra permission, special permission, I guess is the way to put it. But we had to get extra permission to make this coin. And
right, because the coin, any of you know that if you have signal on anything, there's a lot of different aspects that it has to have. It has to have the antenna. It has to have the little lightning bolts coming out. But we're trying to figure out how can we do this to make it look a certain way to be able to do this. And so we had to get special permission from HQ to do a slight modification to do this. And it turned out really well. And it's not just you're going to see this. It's not just a one-sided coin. And it's really cool the way this was designed, that the shape worked both ways. And it was really hard. And it's not a small coin.
No.
And it is really Memphis. It's a cool, fun Memphis coin. It's going to be 4 inches long. So the same.
So it's kind of like the CacheFest. So picture if you have a CacheFest coin, go grab your CacheFest coin.
It's going to be that wide.
That wide.
I'm not sure, and it's going to be quite a bit taller too. I don't even remember the actual dimensions of the height of it. But
so before we show it, tell everybody about who designed it, because the designer.
All right, so
is famous.
We went through. It was 2-3 weeks, if not more.
Oh, more.
Of just working with this designer, and it is a Chris Mackey coin.
Yes, that alone is pretty amazing. The fact that, if a lot of people, they collect Mackey coins because of his, how famous Chris is at making coins. So
it has to be close to 4 inches tall. It has to be 3.5 to 4 inches tall.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty good size. Yeah, it's 4 inches wide, 2.5, 3 inches tall. So it's going to be it's a massive coin. I don't remember what the thickness is of it, but we're probably.
I think we made it pretty thick.
I think it is pretty thick. So, so are we ready? Is the suspense built enough? All right.
I'm excited to see
here is the front of the coin. It is a signal playing his guitar from our logo. His antenna and the lightning bolts are waving in the wind as he's driving in this pink Cadillac. And if you know anything about
Permission
Memphis,
granted.
there's a famous person that used to live here, which was Elvis, and he was really famous for his pink Cadillac. So that's the front of the coin. And that is just such a fun, cool coin. And even the license plate, that's actually a 1950s style license plate.
Yes. That license.
David, what year caddy is this? Is this a 59 caddy?
D's muted.
D's checking.
Muted.
She's checking.
What am I checking?
What year Cadillac did we go with? I forgot. It was a 57.
1959.
59. So you have a Tennessee 1959.
Oh, what year is that?
1959.
It's a 59. Jesse is correct.
59 caddy. So the Tennessee 59 license plate. This was the actual license plate in 59.
That's the actual license plate. So we did the research and we found that's the actual license plate on a Tennessee car or vehicle in that year. So that's an actual, recreation, I guess you could say. If people are like, oh, it's the state of Tennessee. Well, yeah, but it wasn't always like that. But that's, if you were to get a car from 59, that's the license plate you would want to put on there, is that
we
design.
tried to make it as authentic as possible when it came to certain parts of the coin matching the 59.
Well, I don't think we couldn't with David, because David would call us out on everything.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was. He was like,
yes, he would. He was very specific. And do we want to tell them why we chose 59 Cadillac?
Oh, absolutely.
Go for it.
David?
There was a lot of rumors going around that Elvis bought 59 Cadillacs for pretty much every female he knew.
Right.
So, and a lot of pink ones. And I found out later that also a lot of married men bought their wives Cadillacs and told them that Elvis gave them to them. So
that's funny.
It's a really strange kind of an urban legend story.
Right.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
All right. So,
but there's more.
There's more.
But wait. There's more.
So this is the front of the caddy.
Which is amazing itself, because
which is amazing, but something
had
that
to
was
get
really cool
permission for signal, by the way, that had to be cleared by HQ.
Right. But what's cool about the 59 caddy, it just didn't look good coming at you, but it looked good going away from you.
I love it.
So there it is. Here's the back of it Worldwide CacheFest. You got the back of Signal sitting on the back seat playing the guitar.
That's right.
So it's such a
That's
cool.
got to be one of the sharpest coins.
It's cool.
Love the
looking
detail.
coin. So the front and the back, and then of course where the license plate is on the back is where your trackable number is going to be.
Yeah.
So it's going to be your license plate number on the back.
Yeah. So it's not just a sort of a generic back with just this dark, type situation. Is like a very detailed back, which you don't always see on coins. If you can go grab a coin right now and take a look, not now, after the show. But if you go look, a lot of people don't have, which is fine. That's just the way they are. But Ryan's giving an example of one. So yeah, we're pretty happy with that. Love the detail, love the fact that, got the fins up in the air there a little bit. And
even the detail lights, look at the
yes,
that'll work on the light, everything about it. It's detailed all the way down to the lines on the tires.
Exactly.
Right.
Sherry's asking about being an add-on purchase.
I didn't click on that. Somebody else did.
It's okay. This is the event coin. So I guess kind of explain what goes on with an event coin as far as purchases.
So it's going to be in the packages. It's going to be in each of your packages. When you go to the CacheFest webpage and you register, you want to look for a package that has the event coin in it, and that will guarantee that you get it. Now, there is the possibility that there will be different finishes of it. And if it were me, and I from past experiences, if you had anything to do with CacheFest this year, there was a particular Friends of coin
Right.
that very coveted and ended up going for like $600 on eBay. I would buy the VIP package because that's going to guarantee that, you know, if there is a special finish of that event coin, you got a good shot at getting it. So I would one of the things that David and I try to always do is make sure we get one of every coin that's available at all of the events. And your very best way to do that is going to be to do the backstage pass, because that's going to allow you to make sure that you get that. And if we do come out with extra coins, which I'm sure we will for side events, we're going to make sure that our VIP pass people are going to get first dibs at those, and they're going to have, you know, access and information ahead of time for that. So, but yeah, that is just such a super cool coin. But yeah, they've got that webpage up there. I'd go register quickly, because, you know, you want to make sure you get your hands on that. Not only is it a Chris Mackey coin, but I mean, that's a super detailed, super cool coin. So,
hey, so I'm looking at this package, this backstage pass. What's an RFID name badge with a lanyard that holds the VIP digital key? What's the digital key? What's that going to do?
Sound like you need to talk to Chad.
Chad?
Chad?
What is that?
Well, we don't know yet. No. So your the backstage patch is actually backstage pass will get you some special chances to win some prizes. So the backstage pass will have an RFID reader in it, and when you go to certain events, you'll see a stand where you can scan your ID card when you attend the event, and then it will randomly select winners as they're being scanned for a special prize.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So there may be different levels of winners. We don't know yet. We're still working on that, but you definitely will scan and select random people for special prizes.
Right. And you've started to build one of those already.
Yeah, I'm working on it with Dave Wagner on those. And so, as I think most people know, Dave is a genius with coding and programming things. And so he's working on that part with me, and then I'm building the stands and everything else for him, and then we'll ship them out.
Yeah. So we'll get some questions here in a minute. But so one of the things that I think is really incredible, it's very unique, is that as you go to all the different events during the week, if you're a VIP, you're the only ones that'll have the RFID cards, and you'll be able to walk up and be able to scan your card at those events. And those people will be able then, like you said, it's kind of like spinning a wheel, and it'll spin around and it'll give you a chance to win prizes. So that's really, I think, pretty amazing that let alone the hey, we're at the park and we're tired and we're hot and we want a drink or a snack or something. Oh, let's go back by the event because we're VIP. We can go into it's like having a VIP tent.
VIP lounge.
There's going to be a VIP lounge for the backstage people, so they can go.
Air-conditioned.
Yeah, and so, but you can go in, you can get that, and so they'll be that all, available. So
yeah, it's really cool when you scan your badge or your RFID or your backstage pass. We should just call it. When you scan your backstage pass, there's an RGB wheel that spins around, and it will tell you if you win or not. So it's actually really cool. And then it will log that you attended or how many people attended, stuff like that. So it's actually pretty cool. It won't log on the website that you attended, right? But it lets us know how many people attended, everything like that. So it's really fun.
So you guys can answer Sherry's question. I'm sorry, we had it pulled out. I wanted to finish the discussion about RFID cards. So
so the VIP +1 isn't going to come with extra coins. The whole kind of point of the VIP +1 is if, like for instance, Dave and I, we only have one set of coins between the two of us. They're his coins. But so we don't, when we go, we get a VIP +1 because I want a shirt. And of course I want access to that VIP lounge and I want all that, VIP information. So I get all of that. I'll get an extra shirt. I'll get a name badge, access to the lounge, but I'm not going to get any of the coins or any of that stuff. So if both you and your partner, husband, wife, whatever, both collect coins, you're going to want to each individually get that VIP package, because it doesn't give you. And when you go on the site, it'll tell you, this is what comes in the VIP package. This is what comes in the VIP +1 package. So if you both want coins, you both want that event coin, then you're going to be better to register separately.
Right. Buy two.
And there's going to be more
VIP
stuff
backstage. Absolutely.
And there's going to be a lot more stuff into there too. I mean,
right.
We're just showing you this one event coin, and like Dee said, there's going to be other coins. There's going to be other things in there. If you buy the two different packages, the $170 package, which is the full backstage pass for one, and you don't need the parking pass, sell it. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know if I can say that, but no, you'll have two parking passes. So if you want to travel in separate cars, you can.
The deadline, we don't have a deadline yet, so you're going to have to stay tuned. We suggest purchasing now, just because there will be a deadline affixed, right, Ryan? We're not sure of a deadline yet, but I mean, you want to give a guess?
We're still playing it by ear. I know we're going to go through CNY. For those who don't know, Chinese New Year is one of the big things with the coins. We're going to go through CNY, and so we know it's probably going to be at least into March before we really have to start solidifying some of our numbers. So our goal is to have all the swag and everything here. We don't want to have anything not show up. And as we all know, with if you look off the coast of California with ships and stuff like that, for some reason, mail just isn't running correctly. So we don't want to get anything stuck in transit. So I would order. I know somebody said it earlier. They want one for Christmas. I think it's a perfect Christmas present.
Yep, very cool. All right, we're starting to wrap up. I guess let's kind of like I said, there are other things in the works that we're not even going to talk about tonight because we don't have enough information really to give you at this point. But just know that there are other items that are going to be added not only to the swag packs, but there's also other things about the event that we're not able to really share tonight. Just know that there's a lot going on, and there's going to be a lot that we're going to be able to provide in this event week. I mean, it really is an entire week of things that you can do. And that's the point. That's part of what we're trying to do here is the Event Fest should be, in my opinion, you should try to plan to be here for the whole week if you can. If you can't, we understand.
We didn't even talk about Saturday night yet, but that's fine.
No.
That's something completely musical. That's completely Memphis. I mean,
it is. Yeah, we've got the amphitheater. We're gonna have a live music. We have all that permission from Shelby Farms, and that's gonna be great.
That's for another show, right?
That's for another show. So. All right, so I guess let's go around the room and let's give everybody's final thoughts and final questions. Last chance for tonight. You can always ask questions. I guess we should give the information as far as where, people can send their questions. Well, no, not that one.
Oh, you want the info?
Yeah, let's have people send them to the CacheFest page instead. So we'll get that put up here in a minute. So I think it's CacheFest. I'll pull it up as well.
I know what it is.
Okay, you got it. Okay, cool. info@cachefest.com. Sorry. Yeah. Send your questions or any information that you have. If you have gadget information that you would like to share, if you have any kind of questions, send us an email at info@cachefest.com. That would be of great benefit to us. All right, who wants to kind of get this final info kicked off.
I'll mention one more thing that we haven't mentioned yet: the path tag. Vote on the path tag.
Oh, right,
Patrons.
for the patrons. Yep.
Yeah.
Got
Can somebody explain the details of how to vote on that? My internet's going way too slow for me to talk.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'll just mention that if you're a patron of Geocache Talk, definitely go out to the Patreon page and vote. The patrons are the ones that are going to pick the next path tag for Geocache Talk. So definitely go out there if you're a patron, vote, become a patron. Then you can go vote. And then we're going to pick a winner here shortly. I put on there the deadline. And then we're going to, and if you win, for those that got their entries in, the winner also is going to get 100. So that's kind of cool. There you get 100 free path tags. But anyway, there you go. All right, let's go around the room and give some final thoughts and wrap up for tonight.
I guess I'll start real quick.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking forward to everybody coming to my home. All right, so I live here in Memphis. This is where I'm at. Would love to see everybody here. Gadgets going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to go find these gadgets, play with the gadgets. That's going to be great. Just such a great event, just to be able to come out and see people that haven't been able to see for a long time. But one of the coolest things, I think, and I'm going to have to show it again, is I love coins. As you can see behind me, I got coins back here, probably not as much as David. But this coin was so much fun and so cool to work on with Chris that, and it is so unique and so Memphis that just this alone, I think is going to be worth making it, and especially if we do it in some other cool finishes. And I say we're probably, there's going to be some that are going to be really cool. So I'm not going to spill beans on that. And that's cool. I'm glad you can't sleep because of the excitement, because it is going to be a lot of fun. This is, I just love this. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. And I go sign your Williton and get somebody else and let them sign their Williton and just start spreading the word all over the place. And our roadies, who are our volunteers, are going to be, we're going to need volunteers. So we're going to need roadies. And that's what we call them, because, I mean, it's like a music event. Everything we're doing music theme. So we're going to need roadies to help out with this, because you can't do these megas without your volunteers. And so volunteers, send us info@cachefest.com and volunteer. And we'll get some other stuff out there later on of how you can volunteer and how that all be set up too.
So if you volunteer, do you get anything for volunteering? I mean, obviously, other than the benefit of being part of an incredible event, and you get the satisfaction of being part of it. I mean, and not only just being part of it, but being part of the fact that you helped make this thing work. I mean, that's the incredible thing about the volunteers. Our roadies are, we've got some great people. Julia is going to help sort of man it, be a
Signal's going to be here.
Signal, yep, got Signal. That's very cool. Yep, and but yeah, the roadies. And I'll go ahead and go real quick, and then I'll let y'all also get a chance to give your final thoughts. My final thought is just that it is going to be the event week of all event weeks. Julia's helping for sure. Yeah, she's helping for help manage the roadies. So we had to have road managers. So thank you, Julia. But yeah, it's going to be an experience. I mean, we've got so much working for that week. It's just going to be, unbelievable. And there's so many things in the works that we can't even talk about right now that haven't been finalized, but are in the works, that are cool in themselves, let alone that it's going to be part of this whole, if it was just by itself, it'd be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. But tie that into an entire week and you're like, oh my gosh, it really is going to be an amazing week. So anyway, yeah, good. There's more than I can even mention or talk about. So I'm really helpful for that. So really, really, really excited for everything that's going on. So all right, somebody else.
Well, I'm just going to say I'm excited for the gadget caches.
Yeah.
Talking to people. I love talking to people, talking about gadget caches in general. We're just talking about building things. So I'm excited for that. Meeting people, watching them build things, and just the whole experience of being there. I love events. And I think that this event is really, this is going to be an experience going to this event. So it's going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see, like you said, you guys helping others do it right there, build it right there. I think that's really cool. So that'd be great.
I mean, I'm just going to say, keep your eye out for those announcements on hotels. If you haven't registered, register. That's going to kind of give us a heads up of who's coming and what to expect. But also, I've been to more events than I can count. But this is an experience, I think, unlike any event, in that it really is like a Comic-Con. It is an adventure where you're going to get to interact with the people that you follow on podcasts or on vlogs or online, but not just like one or two, like the cream of the crop, So mark your will at 10, register, and, get ready to just have your socks blown off for an amazing week of caching. David always says, when we asked, how do you know it was a good event? And he said, when you don't have time to actually go caching. And, and it's kind of it. If you're just so busy doing things and having fun, that that's an experience. And that's, I think, what CacheFest is going to provide this year.
Yeah. Cool. And talking about the cream of the crop, scroll through the Willetins already, and you'll see those that you follow on YouTube and different places. You'll see them in the Willetins already. So go. You want to see who's going to be here? Go through those.
Very cool. Ryan, you've been kind of semi-quiet. What are your thoughts?
I'm always quiet. I'll be pretty short and sweet on it. As we've already mentioned many times, that there's so many other things going on. I know when we're setting up these show notes, we're like, well, we don't want to say that yet. We don't want to say that yet because we don't want to give misinformation out. I know that's one thing I talked to Gary about is we give you guys information when things are solidified and we're ready to give it out because we know it's going to happen. We don't like giving out half truths, so we want to give everything out. So like Dee said, keep an eye on first of all, do your will attend so you can get the announcements, and then watch the announcements for anything that we do go public with. And I know we have another show coming up in the near future, but until then, make sure you put your will attend in and buy some swag for Christmas. And that's about all I got.
Cool.
Now, are we limited on how many of these guitar coins we have, and then we're not making any more? We're
not making any more. That's for sure.
So we need to make sure if you want some, you need to go on and order them.
Yeah. That I can give you full information on the fact we're not buying any more. We got to sell the ones we have, and once they're gone, they're gone. We'll move on to other things, but that's the point of we have. There you go. That's very cool. Yeah. Once because the pre-event coin, just to let people know, and this is something that Tom mentions too a lot of times, is even if you don't want them, buy them and give them to somebody else. But your purchase though helps us finish plans of different things. So that's part of it, is that we are trying to get again, we've got this whole extravaganza set up, but yet we've got to be able, like Ryan said, we can't really talk about some of these things because we don't have the funds yet to give you more solidified information about. We want to do these things, but we've got to pay bills, and so that's something that's critical.
But also, Gary, think about it this way. I mean, if you start going on eBay and you look, the most rare coins are from the first time an event happened. The first Woodstock coins, the first Coin Fest coins. I mean, I just bought David some coins from the CoinFest that happened in Vegas, which wasn't that long ago. And I paid I paid like $50. So imagine if you buy these pre-event coins and just stash them away, and then you hang on to it, and then all of a sudden, hey, you know what? 5, 6, 7 years, all of a sudden, you're not gonna put your kids through college or anything, but you might be able to take your wife out to dinner.
Exactly.
But so twofold, you got to support a first-time event, but you also have those coins, and you never know. I mean, think about some of those first event coins that are going for, heck, look at the CoinFest coin that went for $600 on eBay.
Yeah.
Happened. So, $50 is a very
there it is.
small
There's
Oh, Ryan's got one. There you go.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I need to buy several sets so I can keep some aside.
Yeah. When I saw that CoinFest, I thought, well, good Lord, my truck just broke down. We might be.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. It's like Beanie Babies, their investment.
Exactly.
I know we're trying to get off, but the fact that it has Signal on it. Remember, I've done a couple activities with Signal. I still get phone call or emails and messages from Europe and other places. Anything with Signal really sells a lot and becomes collector pretty quick. I've even had people at HQ that has asked me about the Signal bobbleheads because they've been looking at doing something to the effect. So Signal over time will become collectible. I know some people collect just Signal coins. So the only way to get this will be from the event. So
somebody also mentioned that it's rare to have the back of Signal.
Yes.
So that's also a rarity from that event coin.
Right.
Yep. So
I don't see the zipper on the back of them. Oh wait.
There's no zipper on the back of a frog.
Nope.
I think you're thinking of a fake frog. We're talking about Signal here. Yeah, you think of Kermit.
Don't throw shade at Signal.
That's right.
Don't throw shade at Signal.
All right, Jesse, you want to give some comments there? We'll wrap up.
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk over everybody because there's such a delay. Now, we got to reveal a few things tonight, but as we get closer and closer, we're going to reveal a lot more information about the event. And obviously, we're taking everybody's input into account and trying to make the best event we can possibly come up with. And to do that, as we've mentioned, we brought together everybody that's successfully been able to make events happen, even despite the sniffles that are going around. So if any group can put together just a premium event, it's these people. We brought together the right people, right? Because we've all sworn it off before. All of us have sworn off being involved again before, and we can't stop. So instead, we're just going to jump in with both feet and make the best event we can possibly make with the most caches in the area and the best gadgets and learn the most and do everything we possibly can. So it's a labor of love, but it's something we all had to tackle.
Yep. All right. That's it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody. Next week.
Action Trinity.
Oh, cool. That's going to be an action-packed show.
Action-packed with Action Trinity. See y'all next week.
Good night.
Good night.
May your finds be many and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.